Gallop Crush raided your channel with 2 viewers.
And now they resurrected it in Electropop.
Uh,
Everything can happen in the future, dear.
hello. Nice to meet you. Gallop Crush? Gallop Crush? Um, hmm, hang on. Yeah, alright, got it. Sorry, just had to figure some stuff out. A sincerely wonderful good morning, afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. My name is Decaf Nvidia. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I am also a hobby voice actor and singer, and I am also missing a bit of context here. Oh, here we go. I'm also a hobby voice actor and singer, so we do one or both of those things for the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and we are playing Reverse 1999. Gallop's Crush, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. It is nice to meet you. Oh, now, I'm gonna jump right into it. Also, we'll be editing this in a much shorter version for YouTube. So, you know, parts of this might not appear if you're planning to watch this on the YouTube side. Oh, right, costume change. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's keep the microphone on. No, this is fine. We'll go with normal. Just the phone in our hands this time. Fantasy volume. Alright, let's go. So, Blonney's Anecdote. Inside the penumbra can, covered in a layer of dust, are stories buried in depths of time. So this is one such side story, and this one will be focused on Blonney. For those who don't know who Blonney is, she was part of one of the first events in this game, known as the Nightmare at Green Lake. She is the secondary main character, secondary character, yeah, to the story, alongside Vertin and the others. Now, I suppose I should also warn, there are spoilers for the 1.2 event, A Nightmare at Green Lake. But, to anyone who hasn't played this game before and wants to try it out, you'll be able to experience that story if you missed it, because you're playing later, because it does become permanent content. Nothing in this game is missable, except for some limited time rewards and what's in the shop for a discount. But, you can still buy things and experience stories as they come out and become permanent in this game. So it is very, very much
Koala
worth it.
subscribed to your channel for 13
Hey,
months.
Koala! Thanks much time by Koala. I appreciate the resub. 13 months. Nice. That's more than a year. Which means you've known each other for about 2 years now. Because, I wasn't actually affiliated for 11 months. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Part 1. The Girl in the Backseat. The view from the back seat is just as nice. So yeah, visual novel game, there's gonna be a lot of yapping. March 11, 5:26, rainy. Our heroine stands next to the highway patrol officer, feeling a fleeting but probing gaze laying on her. Hope I'm doing well? I am. After this, I'll be taking a long sleep because we're planning our watch party later, but I'm doing quite well, yes. I'll be lurking while I continue having presents. Okay, enjoy the koala. Enjoy the vibes of the story. Oh, I guess another warning. Not a spoiler warning this time, just a Yuri warning. Because I ship Blondie here, another character who I'm hoping will show up again. Where did robbery take place?
Gosh.
Just off Interstate 77. If you'd listened to me earlier, you wouldn't be asking again now.
Please. Just taking things down for the record, miss. Can you tell us more about the incident? Do you have a description of the robbers?
What?
I just parked at a stop sign when a bunch of masked crooks swarmed over. About 6 of them. before I even knew what was happening, one of them had hopped into the passenger seat and pointed a gun in my face. They wanted cash, but I never carry much cash on me, so I gave my checkbook and credit card.
Was anything else taken away?
Of course.
Yeah, my suitcase. It had my first aid kit in it, my camcorder, and most importantly, my dang film reel.
That's awful.
That was my entry for the festival. If I don't get it back, this whole trip will be pointless.
Thank you.
Understood. Thanks for the info, miss. We'll do our best to get your stuff back ASAP.
And just how soon is ASAP? Because I've got to submit that sample to judges.
Just jot down your contact number in this form for us, miss. We'll let you know if you get any leads. Oh, yeah, it's gone. They're not gonna do anything about that. Sorry, Blonney. Might as well cut your losses. Blonney scribbles her parents' phone number into the form, signing off on a whole hour of nothing but boring questions and stress. Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
This whole trip could end up being a waste of time.
Good. You're
Whatever.
well.
At least I'm still in one piece, and so is my car.
Oh good, the car's still alive. Silver lining, I guess. She turns her trusty car onto the highway, foot slamming on the pedal. Heading south along the main road as she leaves the claws behind her. She drives through the heavy rain, past gaudy vinyl banners and signs that sway in the misty downpour. Driving through the night is not the best decision, especially in her current
Aw,
condition.
that sucks.
Well, looks like I'm crashing the backseat tonight.
Blondie crawls back over the console and slumps in the seat, only to find her back meeting a sudden sticky sensation.
What the? Is this grease? Oh my god.
She almost springs up from the shock, only just managing to avoid smacking her head on the roof.
Huh?
Gosh.
Alright, whatever, Blonney. Do you have any other options? Whatever happens next, I just don't give a damn.
She curses and reluctantly lowers herself back into the seat, pulling the blanket up over her head. The drumming of the rain lulls her into a grumbling sleep, and then into a dream. She's running down a hallway with a raging fire falling behind her, the flames stuck in the air around her, leaving her choking and gasping. Beneath the blanket, Blondie's expression becomes fierce and agitated as she tosses against the nightmare. Of course, reality's not much better. Oh boy. A hoarse, crackling voice drowns out the rain. The knocking on the window grows more and more frantic. Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there?
She pulls out a lighter from her pocket, its tiny flame illuminating the darkness around her. Everything comes back into focus. A pitch-black handprint appears before her. She holds her breath and hears nothing, not even the figure's own breathing. The pounding stops, and all goes silent.
Is it over?
She opens the car door, slowly and cautiously, but the figure has already disappeared in the night, leaving only the echo of heavy footsteps. She runs her finger over the handprint, pulling off a fine black powder as she does, with a lingering scent of burnt wood and ash.
Charcoal?
The The footprints extend from her car into the shrouded forest close by, an ominous darkness that seems to radiate out from its shade.
Good.
Huh?
Very well.
Did I just have a run-in with an honest-to-goodness highway ghost?
So yeah, if you guys didn't know about this, Blonney is a horror nut. She's a big fan of the horror genre and dreams of becoming a film director of horror. Um, I mean, she gets scared like any normal person would, but she tends to have a bit more excitement for it after the fact. Hey, welcome in, Yuki. There, we're getting lots of people today. Welcome in, welcome in. Yuki 24. Big shout out to Yuki here. Alright, continuing on here. She smiles and runs. She smiles and turns towards the forest. The rain rents her clothes and hair as she begins to follow the footprints. The grass is bent unnaturally in one direction. She hunches down for a closer look.
Drag marks. Looks like our highway ghost isn't the only one haunting this place.
The footprints and drag marks intersect, and together they lead to a den within a leafy ash tree. A black and yellow critter jumps out, bearing a row of sharp little teeth. Aww.
Was it only just a critter? You didn't eat that ghost for dinner, did ya?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We're getting to fight as Blonney, but solo. Alright, it's been a hot minute since I played Blonney. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, Killer Bunny. Blonney was my main star DPS for a while, but you know, it's coming back to me slowly. Okay, rarity damage, critical rate. Confusion, increased critical resistance. Decreased critical resistance on the enemy, rather. Mass attack, rare damage to all enemies, and critical rate is attack by 40%. Yeah. Critter. A critter fighting a critter.
Fine. I'll give it a try.
Oh, only one enemy, though, so. Let's just focus on
Over here.
single attacks.
So.
Confusion!
Come on, baby.
Blonney's arcane skill, by the way, is to literally bring her imagination to life in like paper drawings. It's so cool.
Ouch.
Confusion for 1 round. Oh, I guess that makes sense then. Like, she kind of pairs up with Tooth Fairy and they have similar skills.
Over here.
Back when the game was more, you know, about the kind of like crit stuff, but
Pink always looks
surprisingly, the
for
game is
me.
diversified into a lot of stats being kind of useful for different playstyles.
One hard hit.
This is a really well-made game, guys. If you're not playing this game, you should. I say that wholeheartedly. This is a pure endorsement of this game. It's a very wonderful visual novel story game, and its game mechanics are really fun to play. It's like card-based system, and it's really well balanced. Like, yes, there are some characters that are meta and like power creep the others, but they are meta in the sense that because there's no PvP, they're meta for the end game stuff. They're not meta for like main stuff. For main stuff, you could still bring like the lower tier character, like 3-star or 2-star characters, and still beat most of things, most everything. And you just play your favorite characters and like have fun with that. There's really no wrong way to play this game, which I really enjoy. For endgame stuff, you might have to try just a bit more, but that's also kind of the fun of the endgame, getting to strategize. So yeah, wholehearted, 100% recommend you play this game if you haven't already. Check out Reverse 1999. Okay, back to it.
Can't be bothered
Ring,
to
ring,
say
ring.
it. Watch out. This is a special performance. Come on, baby.
Whee! Alright,
Come out
ultimate.
from there.
Also, I see she's wearing her normal clothes.
Are my friends.
Although, no, sorry, not her normal clothes. It's her I2 clothes, which is what the leveling up Professor Cap does twice. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and generate some new cards.
Over here. One
Bonk.
hard hit.
Oh, it's dead. Oh, it's not yet dead. See.
Ouch.
Alright, let's try this one last time.
Watch out. This is a special performance. Can't be bothered to sweat it. Will come out of thin air. They are hideous and evil. They are my friends. All right, the party's over. Thank you for cleaning up the room and washing those mugs and glasses. I have
course.
another round to catch.
Of course, my Blonney is a little bit stronger than this one, but not by much. Early game, farming is not as lucrative as late game farming. Um, so I think I only have her at like I2 and level 50 with like better Psycube and Resonance 9 or something like that. The critter squeaks again before scurrying back into its den.
What?
Wonder if he's scared or just going back for reinforcements. Weird. The footprints and drag marks are gone, so is this some kind of critter prank? Another rough night. You know what? I'm just gonna look around for a hotel nearby. Hello? Vila? Hello? Vila?
Sorry, could resist. The Night Owl Inn is nestled about 4 miles off the highway in a secluded spot.
Could be worse.
Blondie flips down the mirror, takes off her earrings, kicks off her tennis shoes, and puts on a pair of black satin cowboy boots, followed by a wrinkled white linen shirt with a couple of buttons undone below the collar. And from the passenger side glove compartment, a plastic handgun with Nicole Lace Model Corp engraved on its side.
Good.
Sure, it's fake, but it's the only fashion accessory no girl should leave home without.
Oh! She's in costume now. Huh. Saloon girl outfit? Prop gun. She jumps out of the car and walks briskly toward birds. Oh, they reused the motel. Hang on. She jumps out of the car and walks briskly towards the hotel from beneath a dim streetlight. She pushes open the door. The lobby is furnished as if it had been a gander place in better times. An antique crystal chandelier, cushioned sofas, handcrafted coffee tables littered with dated magazines. From a radio beneath the reception, Hotel California plays out with odd serendipity. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. Such a lovely face. Well, you know what they say about the Hotel California? You can check out, but you can never leave.
You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Oh. Oh, okay, hang on. I think Blondie's singing along. Hang on, let me try and do my best impression of Blondie singing a song.
You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. Huh. I like this song. Got anywhere I can lay low for a while?
Rooms start from $220 per night.
What?
What planet are you living on, buddy? You think I'd pay that much to stay in a dump like this? Jeez, a rat! And it smells like a sewer.
A rat scampers dangerously close to her shoe. Her frustration boils over into rage. Yeah, could be. Pipes are backed up. But hey, could be worse. You got any other options to the lady? Oh wait, hang on. Southern? Yeah. Could be worse. Pipes are backed up. But hey, could be worse. Yeah, could be. Pipes are backed up, but hey, could be worse. You got any other options to the lady? Okay, I'm slipping into Australian, but oh well, I'll stick with it.
So, about that price, you've got to be joking, right?
Dear?
Like I said, miss, you got any other options? Think of it this way. The walls are so thin, you'll be listening to the radio here free of charge. So, could be worse. You're out of cash, got nowhere else to go. I've heard it all before, but this ain't a charity. You want somewhere to eat, drink, and sleep? You're gonna have to pay up somehow.
Fine, how is this collateral? It's a one-of-a-kind, worldwide, limited edition.
Blonney slams the film festival invite on the counter. Huh? Pretty good, actually. Huh, nice. Thanks for playing ball, miss. What's your name? Actually, a film festival invitation, I would say, is well worth $120. Especially if you get two and you can bring a friend.
Call me Blonney.
After she leaves the counter, the hotel owner peeks over his magazine. Blonney. Sure. Just your everyday, typical Blonney. Yup. Enjoy your stay. The hotel room is tiny, barely bigger than her car.
That's awful.
That musty smell. Is this really all $120 a night gets you? One night. That's all I'm giving this place.
Who would have guessed that getting robbed would suck? She huffs as she flops on the thin spring mattress and grabs the TV remote. The screen flickers to life as a talking head on the news reports a certain highway killer known as Baptiste. The police have yet to release their findings. A light breeze flutters up the threadbare curtains on her window. Ooh, air conditioning.
What?
Is someone there?
No. Poor man's air conditioning, but still. She cracks the window fully open, and a symphony pours in. The soft, rhythmic patter of rain, punctuated by yells, shattering glass, and the click-clack echoes of high heels coming from the restaurant. Can you by any chance tell me what exactly my Discord ad is? I can't remember if I used Cran Shelly or Cran Squirrel and added a underscore between the words. I want to add it in the support Discord thing I'm filling out. Of course, of course. Hang on. I mean, I just have it here in my announcements, so perfect. I just go ahead and copy that.
Copy that.
Let's see. Highlight it and see. There we go. I don't actually have, you know, I'm forgetting her name now. Ghost Hunter. I just hear her voice lines a lot on MJ streams. You're welcome. She cracks the window fully open. Oh, I always at this part.
Jeez, can you all quiet the heck down?
End of part 1. Up next, part 2. Part 2. Impromptu actors. How could a show revolving around a mundane protagonist and insignificant side characters ever become a hit? You take that back! Blonney is not a side character! Oh wait, no, you're saying Blonney's a mundane protagonist? That's even worse! You take that back! That's gonna tie into something. March 12th, 622, rainy. Our heroine, sheltering at the Night Owl Inn, endures a sleepless night, her mind entangled with rumors, woven from threads of misfortune, death, and crime. Rumors. This place is teeming with them.
Jeez, this whole thing is so formulaic. Like, of course side character would line up here.
Of course, this particular character had once worked in a hotel before. She knows the ins and outs of the work and knows exactly the right place to find a good story. She overhears the anime discussions of the guests at the restaurant, catching fragments of their chatter. A strange set of words light up her imagination. Brains, decapitation, and ghosts. She makes a silent but certain decision. You, wanna work here?
I think that.
Well, it's just I figure someone like you could be a model. Always make good money out of a casino or a club. I mean, on tips alone. And if you are looking at getting the entertainment biz, those are the kinds of places you'll meet the real big shots that are looking for pretty things like you.
Yeah, maybe, but I need to get my invite back and finish a new script before that festival ends.
Aw. You have an extra copy? Well, here's hoping you nail that script soon. Maybe one day you'll write the next Dick Tracy. Ooh, good taste. But until then, the dinner is coming, so how about you get in the kitchen and start cooking that slop? Apparently this guy has more than one guest.
I didn't mean to tell you. The slop you're serving here is awful. At least you're aware of it. That tells me you're not a total psycho. Pleasure working with you, boss.
As far as bad bosses go, this isn't the worst. Blonney finds a shopping list and some coupons at the kitchen counter, along with a bright pink leaflet about a water outage. The sink is oddly clean for the state of the place, and even the hardwood floor is spotless, save for a light-colored mark that catches your eye.
What's this? A bleach stain?
Blonney opens the cupboard under the sink, and the smell of lemon-scented ammonia hits her in a burst. At 10:10 p.m., Blonney hijacks the front desk radio to suit her own tastes. Eh, fair enough. I mean, one of my favorite places growing up, Sorry, a bit of a tangent here. One of my favorite places growing up to like celebrate um, a birthday party, especially because like um, for a good 2 or 3 years in a row, because my sibling and I have like very close birthday parties, birth dates, we decided we want to spend our birthday parties the same place. So we went to one of those themed, 50s restaurants, diners, um, where they let you choose the music on the jukebox. Ah, it's a it's a vibe that only exists in fiction, but gosh dang, is it a good vibe to have, you know? So yeah, uh, we would spend a few birthdays there, and I would remember just hogging the jukebox, um, playing all the hits that, me and my sibling wanted to play on the jukebox of that music. So hard relate to Blondie here. Hard relate. Tuna salad, as best she could make, lies in large bowls on the table, with jars of sauce and fixings heating up above the fireplace. Okay, not bad, not bad. It's all about the right mix of mayonnaise, I suppose. But yeah, the tuna you gotta serve it quickly because you know for as well preserved the tuna is in the can, it doesn't last very long when it's outside of it. Know what I mean? Above the drawers on the fireplace mantel, there was a revolver hung up on display.
Oh, that's a gorgeous gun.
Uh,
But, why did you get it up there? You explain some kind of trouble?
Huh. Now's not the time for chit chat. Get to work, Missy. Blondie hears the clinking of cutlery on dishes as the first guests begin to fill the hotel lobby for dinner. Quick shout out topics to monitor here. Anything in the Horn Topic chat to give them a follow? They're currently streaming the exact same game right now, so if you wanted to avoid reverse spoilers, you can go over there and watch their stream. And I hear there's a secret way, there's a secret thing you can do where you can multi-stream multiple streamer streams. Ho ho ho! We got a lot of reverse streamers today. It's very nice.
Evening, ma'am. Can I get you something to drink? Coffee, tea, or something stronger?
Thank you.
Water will be fine, dear.
good.
Alright, ma'am. This bottle here is $32.
Holy cow!
What?
What?
You found yourself a real good cook here, boss. And such a beauty, too. The man is clearly drunk and practically shouts the words at her.
Wow.
Yes, you are. How do you say it? A hottie? I'm sure you can tell I'm not from around here. I just fancied you from Paris. Oh, okay, I can give them a normal accent then.
Really? So, how's your French?
Dear?
Let's put it this way. I'm fluent in their kissing techniques.
Ow! I almost got chills.
You might want to do a better job hiding that one-track mind of yours.
Et tu, ma chérie? Yeah, no. Once I found out he was drunk, no normal was gonna happen.
Wow. That accent is horrible. You sure it wasn't Paris, Texas?
Oh, well, both of those accents of mine are terrible, but I guess if you mix them both, they become extra terrible, which is kind of what I was going for. Boss, I'm really digging this new girl. She pays no mind to his jokes. She knows his type. They may not be ideal guests, but they are useful for something. They can never keep their mouths shut. It's all too easy to get all the best and juiciest stories out of them.
What's wrong?
Huh? Why are you heading out so late, boss? And what's that bucket of paint?
You mustn't notice. The water's off tomorrow, so I'm heading out for supplies. There's a delivery at the door. Just, put in the cellar.
What?
Wow, a case of Bristol cream sherry. Does this place really have a wine cellar?
Of course.
That's right. The owner, Mr. Stahl, was a real wine fanatic. Even built a cellar right beneath where you're standing. Your boss helped build it back in the day, and then he stayed on to work for Mr. Stahl. A different time. If Mr. Stahl's gone, he's taking things over temporarily. As a drunk man hiccups, Blonney turns away to hide her disgust, before returning with a Texas-wide smile. And that's called customer service.
So, what happened to Mr. Stahl?
He went missing. Yeah, it was the night of that big old forest fire just out of town. Coincidence? I think not. But the cops said there was no sign he got snatched up or killed. They reckon he just decided to get up and leave. Me? I can't decide. One part of me thinks Mr. Stahl is still alive, kicking out there somewhere. The other, that he's got to be some kind of vengeful ghost.
Ghost?
Considering all he went through, and all those poems, maybe he had a hideout ready and just waiting for the right time, then poof!
I'll bite. What crap did he go through?
His wife got murdered. Oh, damn! Blonney watches as he pours the $32 mineral water into his glass. Holy cow! 1,500 pesos for mineral water. I could buy, what would that be, like, 30... No, actually, I could buy 15 liters of water with that kind of money. All mineral water, mind you, like, the pure stuff, not... We're talking, bottled and, sold for premium. Jeez Louise, $32.
And what about the forest fire?
Oh, also, this guy is drunk, but it looks like he's only drinking water at this point. So that's good. Always, a nice time to drink, but in moderation. And, having a bit of water to cut it, especially to rehydrate yourself, is not a bad idea. Speaking of, before we continue this, I'm going to go ahead and grab my water from the floor. Because I put it on the floor for some reason. I forgot to bring it to my table. 1 second. Okay, got it. Got it. Yep. And up.
And what about the forest fire?
I heard that.
I think the police said it was about 4 miles from here. Why? You plan on scoping out the place? Ma chérie, you? The blonde girl interrupts him.
I know what you're about to say. I look just like a typical victim in a slasher flick, right?
The blonde hair, that figure, those looks. You fit the part.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah, crazy criminals love to go after girls like me. Don't worry, they all end up regretting it.
She slaps a check on the table.
That'll be $32.
I'm sorry, wait. Either he paid for the alcohol first, or he was just drunk off the atmosphere. And either way, what a stand-up guy, paying for your drinks as you're drinking and not at the very end, like, or your drinking session.
Room service.
Blonney pushed the food cart to the guest door. The darkness at the end of the stairs spreads out towards her, as if calling to her with an irresistible pull. Oh, that seems fine. I was about to make barking sounds, but they did already, so oh well. The tightly shut door opens to the sound of barking, and a haggard woman stands there, keeping a dog at bay. The walls of her room are covered with photos, all of her in stand-up clubs. Clearly, old photos of younger days. Time seems to have robbed her of comedy in her senses.
Saul, get some more of that sherry. The good stuff. My happy water. The kind you use to sand, okay? Do me a solid, huh? Please. I know you got it stashed away.
What?
I think you got the wrong person, ma'am.
Shh.
Dang it, you have changed, Saul. Ever since you took that old bottle from me, you've been nothing but a grump. Christ.
Shoot.
You promised me you'd let an old woman drink in peace. But now, all I've got is that awful rock that you keep sending me.
The dog starts barking again, louder and whinier than before.
Of course.
Don't worry, Finny. We won't let that little Jack see it, will we, Finny? We'll play with little Jack next time, okay?
Oh, these the portrait for Pickle's friend. Still a cute dog, though. Finny whimpers, his sorrowful eyes staring at the stairs toward the end of the hallway.
Good.
Great. An isolated hotel in the middle of a storm, a missing former owner, irrational guests, and a secretive new boss. And Finny here seems to have pointed out a strange. Guest. I've got all the ingredients I need right here.
She walks towards the stairs at the end of the hall. That magnetic pull returns. She makes her way up. The stairs creaking a warning on her boots.
Huh. A new ingredient. A locked attic. Does this place have a Bluebeard too?
She lines up the key with the jagged keyhole, slides it in, and turns. A crisp echoes. The door swings open. A mouse dots on the baseboard in a panic. In the attic stands a four-post bed, its sheets in disarray. Blondie reaches out to straighten the bedding, but finds a curious, soft pile beneath. She flips to the blanket and pillows, discovering a photo under her pillow. accompanied by a line of small text below.
Happy birthday, son. Heinz Stahl and Jack Stahl, 1983.
The man in the photo is holding a boy. The boy is holding a life-size doll that looks exactly like him.
Gosh.
So, this must be Jack's room.
Oh, hello? Blonney hears a strange sniffing sound coming from behind her.
It's coming from the closet.
She tiptoes over to it, noticing a small keyhole in the door. Hey, not I this time. She directs the flashlight at the coal. Its beam glides over stacked clothes before landing on her target. The boy's inside. A boy's face, identical to that of the boy in the photo. Ooh, black eyes. Pretty. The boy's eyes glimmer in the darkness, as wide and black as a baby deer caught in lights. To be continued. Part 3. Blackened Beetles. It is only when we fall to the level of fleas that become closest to death. March 13th, midnight. Cloudy. The storm subsides, and the moonlight casts a dark indigo hue over the horizon, like a bruise. Forgot to press auto here. The boy crawls out of the closet.
You're not my dad. Who are you?
Oh, hang on.
You are not my dad. Who are you?
There you go.
No. Really? What are you doing hiding in there, kid? Playing hide and seek with Dad? Anyone ever tell you your eyes look like an animal's? I bet those eyes of yours could land you a spot in the movies.
Ooh, sailor outfit. Cute.
If you want, you can be the star of my latest flick. But what if Dad comes back while I'm out making a movie with you, and he can't find me? Your dad?
She recalls the photo and then asks in surprise.
Mr. Stahl,
Oh.
you know my dad? Not really, no, but he seems like a real central character. Seems like everyone wants to find him. I just know there's a story worth digging into behind all this. He should be looking for me.
Of course.
I think you're the one that ought to go and find your dad. You know, he's your legal guardian, and if you want to be in the movies, we're going to need to sign off on it. Well, if you help me find my dad, then sure, I'll be in your film.
Aww.
Well done.
It's a deal then.
Oh, now I'm really hoping Mr. Saul is not dead. Let's try to look for a missing person, shall we? Now there's children involved. I care 30% more. Which is, you know, impossible because you can't care more than 100%. But I'm extra motivated, I guess. The shadows of the trees loom from above, devouring the two figures. Oh, they're using um they're reusing Druvis's tree.
The boss didn't come back last night. Who knows if he got it, but I left him a note, whether he's there or not.
He shines the flashlight in the dark, revealing the tangled trunk of an old cypress tree. A critter's eyes flash and disappear in the dark den below.
Stay close, Jack.
Hello back, I'm Decaf. To anyone else who's back or just joining us, my name is Decaf Vidya. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I am also a hobby voice actor and singer, so you'll hear me do one or both of those things during the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and we are currently playing Reverse 1999 Side Story for Blonney, a character featured in A Nightmare at Green Lake. So far, no callbacks or references to the original story that she appeared in, but just in case, spoiler warning to anyone who wants to play this on their own or has not played The Nightmare at Green Lake. We are right now in Chapter 3, and just to catch folks up who might want to know about the story, um, we are playing as Blonney, who recently who's on her way to a movie festival to submit her movie when she was accosted by some robbers in a holdup. She gave up all of her monetary belongings but kept her car, and after a day of driving after calling a police report, she found herself at this hotel uh, where someone seems to have gone missing, the original owner of the hotel, in a forest fire, and she's now investigating with the son of this missing person, while simultaneously working at the hotel as a waitress slash um, housekeeper, I guess, um, to try to like buy back the ticket she used to stay at the hotel for a night. Because for some reason it cost $120, and like I mentioned, she was robbed and was not carrying any cash or credit card on her. Nice to meet you, Decaf. Have you met my son, Caffeine? I have not. It's nice to meet Caffeine, though. I wonder if they're related to Salt and Pepper, or their child, Paprika. If they are, small world, huh? So yeah, here we go. She looks back towards Jack, mesmerized by the shriveled... Oh, sorry. She looks back towards Jack. He's memorized... words. She looks back towards Jack. He's mesmerized by the shriveled corpse of a blackened beetle on the ground.
Blonney, why do insects get all dry and empty when they die? Because all the gooey stuff in their body gets eaten up by bacteria and fungi and things. But their shells are too tough to eat, so that's what gets left behind. I think it's maybe because they lost their souls. Once the souls are gone, they just shrivel up. A
No.
soul? Nah. They rot because they're dead. That's all there is to it.
Porque los dos?
Oh,
My dad likes to read me stories about death and souls from Mr. Dark's poetry collection. You should probably cut back on that stuff, kid. I like a good dark film as much as the next gal, but there's enough pretentiousness in the world already.
Oh. Oh man, I just pictured this kid as like a 26-year-old college student being like, I only read dark poems, and it's just not worth my time if it's not filled with angst and dread and really sad backstories. Oh. You know, my father went missing. It's why I turned to the dark, gloomy stories of these wonderful, illustrative poems. Illuminative poems, that's the word I was looking for. I'm sorry. I'm not actually all that smart. I just think I am because I've read a bunch of books. But, there's a difference between being book smart, street smart, and art smart. And sometimes, you know, the Venn diagram of those three things don't necessarily match up.
Every wannabe auteur out there goes on and on about the meaning of the soul and death. Always death. They just think being edgy will win them awards.
Okay, well, I think I just cringed on myself for something there because I realized I kind of described myself a little bit for a time. Because, yeah, obsession with death. That's that I was there once, and I haven't really left that place, but I interact with it a little bit differently than I did when I was much younger to understand the um, the problem sets that people have that extend beyond um, the first world problems I had when I was more focused on that kind of stuff in that kind of form.
Art films especially. Are they bad stories? I don't think they're great, but even crappy movies have their uses. They gave people a start at the business.
Gosh.
And people need to eat after all.
Oh yeah, a good production, whether it be a TV series, a movie, or a short film, um, can fund a lot of like crew members' lives for a good few weeks to a good few months, depending on how long it is. You gotta respect the grind. Blondie walks deeper into the forest. It's I have a hard time like judging a lot of like long running shows, um, and customer service jobs in general, just because I know the behind the scenes of that is that yeah, it is a grind, it is a job for some people, though it should be a passion art project first. For a lot of people, it's just you know produce something so they can eat the next day. Except for the execs. The execs should like put more thought into like allowing more creative liberties with their artists, because they don't have to work as hard as the actual crew. Personal opinion. Blondie walks deeper into the forest. The sawgrass around her is filled with narrow, vein-like puddles. After making a closer inspection, she realizes they were formed by rainwater collecting old tire tracks.
Those are old and deep. Maybe Mr. Stahl drove out here? It's worth a look anyways. But if it's not anything like a horror movie, the car will probably be empty or...
A faint yellow light flickers deep within the dark forest, briefly flashing past her eyes before vanishing. She catches a whiff of foul, tar-like chemical odor, sweet, yet nauseating.
That's... gasoline.
The distant sound of an engine grows louder, rapidly approaching. Blondie turns toward the noise, spotting a yellow Camaro, veering wildly to the side and heading straight for her and Jack.
Watch out!
The car she just passed, almost hitting them, before careening into a tree with an ear-splitting crash.
The driver's seat's empty? No way.
The car door bursts open with a bang, unleashing an intense wave of heat. Several critters come tumbling out. Oh, okay, not empty. The smoke seems to be blinding them. They scurry around in confusion. One critter seems to be in charge, a familiar little guy in black and yellow. Oh, hello again.
What?
Critters?
Blonde looks at the wrecked car, now a twisted metal sculpture. A flag is fixed to the windshield, bearing the tall family crest and the motto, Live in Hope. Oh, not live in fear?
That's so ironic. I don't think my dad's in there. My
May I
daddy.
ask?
Blonney, do you think we'll find if we keep going?
Sorry for that.
I can't see, kid, but if your dad is here, if your dad's car is here, we've got to be on the right track,
Okay.
right? Okay, I was thinking about what I'm gonna say to Dad when he find him. How about found you, but Dad, I won. Hold up, there's something over there. Hush.
Blondie stops, and Jack follows her lead.
Hmm?
Is it Daddy?
Please don't be Daddy. She's not sure what she's looking at, but the flashlight reveals a deep pit with a charred mass, mixed with the smell of wet rain and blood. She picks the familiar scent of burnt decay, and then... Blackened Beetles. Oh, okay. Well, still pretty bad, but... not a human. Two blackened shells land on the ground in front of her, far too big to be beetles.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Wait. Oh, is Jack here not the kid, but actually the doll that's come to life? Is Jack here in Awakened? Two charred bodies, one practically covering the other in an embrace. Oh no! She knows an arm sticking out like a burnt branch in the larger figure. Her eyes track down his length and reaching a glint of metal in charred glass. Sorry, Jack.
What?
I recognize us watching the pictures.
Her chest tightens, and her blood turns cold.
Then this must be Mr. Stahl.
Ah. Blonney scans over the two charred bodies, feeling as if their hollow eyes were gazing back at her.
Then who is he holding? It looks like a kid, but it can't be. No, that's impossible. Jack is right here with me. But then, who could this dead kid be?
Help me.
It couldn't be him, could it?
If the smaller body is Jack's doll, then who was the Jack she found in the attic of the Night Owl Inn? Who did she bring here?
Jack?
No one responds. Blonney turns to realize she's now alone. Distant thunder rumbles, and heavy, wet raindrops begin to fall, drowning out the footfalls approaching from behind her. Thud. She is struck hard on the left side of her head, and her vision fades to black. Ooh, sound design. Nice.
You can ring my bell, ring my bell.